both sides would love to have 3 consecutive wins in their back pocket before 2 weeks off. It's Red Bull New York and Atlanta United when we come back from Harrison, New Jersey.
Chemistry that they've developed as well. It's been fun to see Carmona on the left, Harper on the right, and then the outside backs. Lobjanidze getting this start on the right-hand side. Is that right wing back such a threat going forward?
From Sports Illustrated Stadium in Harrison, New Jersey, as we invite you to turn off the world and turn on the game. We're playing for a big and avoiding the initial challenge from Emil Forsberg, and here comes the patented press from Red Bulls. Valencia, the talented youngster out of Panama, trying to help win the ball back. And Ronnie Dyla told us that his side needs to dare to play in order to beat this Red Bulls press, and they're able to win a free kick. Valencia, just 20 years of age, he's going to be one of the players that Red Bulls will be missing during the international break. As Panama, who have shown quite well in the last couple of tournaments, as that's a really bad ball right across the face of the park. And here's Cameron Harper. And the patented press pays off.
And Miguel Almiron must have just heard the footsteps, because the second he turns that ball over, what a poor ball, just square ball right across the center, and Cameron Harper is pinching in from that right-hand side, and that is also something that the Red Bulls do with that press. They expect that right-hand side to pitch in a defensive positioning. Almiron plays it right to his feet. And what a finish, though. He still has to be cool, calm, collected, beat one defender, and then slide it past the veteran goalkeeper to put the Red Bulls on the board first at home. Turnover, but Atlanta United right back on the horse here, trying to get something going.
Almiron lets it go from distance and stings the hands of Coronel, and then needs to be put to safety by Noah Ayla. And another corner for the Five Stripes.
And that might be one of those moments where you're expecting the goalkeeper to handle this one, but he strikes it with such force, a little bit of swerve on it. Fortune is not able to get there for the rebound for the tap in. Matelat also there lurking.
Good-looking ball from Arantxa, but it's just a little overhit over the head of Derek Williams, and eventually out of play. The player spotlight is presented by Allstate. You are in good hands, and Kyle Duncan making his 150th career appearance across all competitions for Red Bulls. The 27-year-old originally from Brooklyn, and really important on that right-hand side. He's dealt with a lot of injuries in his career, Kendra, but when he's going and when he's finding delivery and width over on that right-hand side, Red Bulls are really at their best.
Yeah, and an important piece for this roster. We talked so much about John Tolkien back in the day when he was with the Red Bulls, and now Duncan kind of filling that void as far as assists from the defensive position. His ability to make those runs and whip that ball in for this Red Bull side.
Stepping up is Amador. Almiron brings it down, now trying to go for a goal, and Carlos Coronel was screened for just a moment. It's out of play for a goal kick.
A play, and then the secondary header, Almiron is able to bring it down with his chest in traffic and still keep possession with the ball in his foot. Strikes it on his own, off a little bit of a hop.
Atlanta United wanted a foul, and now they are going to get a rather belated whistle from Marcos de Oliveira.
There's no lack of energy in here tonight, that's for sure. You can just sense it and feel it, this fan base in here tonight, urging their team to find some opportunities going forward. There's the repress to win the ball back, but so far we haven't seen too much of that patented repress to win the ball back.
And the energy is for good reason. Obviously the weather is starting to warm up in this part of the country, although it is a little bit chilly for the final night of May. also basically right at the halfway point for Major League Soccer. We're headed into the June international break. Both of these sides feeling like there's a real opportunity to string together a third consecutive win and make some ground up in the Eastern Conference, particularly for an Atlanta United team who went 9 winless before eventually taking down FC Cincinnati on Sunday Night Soccer this past weekend, and then following it up with a 3-2 win over Orlando City. Of course, then there's the standards of Red Bulls. 15 consecutive playoff appearances, the longest running streak in major North American sports. And this is very much a soccer town here in New Jersey / New York, and they expect their side to always be competitive. Now here's Cam Harper trying to pick out Wiki Carmona. Great little flick from Miguel Almiron. Latelot goes down on the far side of the field. Now Lobjanidze is 1v3 for the time being. Lobjanidze goes by himself, and Coronel makes the save. And Marcos de Oliveira is going to address the contact on Latelot in the middle of that counterattack, and Kyle Duncan is going to go into the book as he's shown a yellow card here in the 26th minute.
Well, that's the right call with the yellow card, but at the same time you're thinking, well, Lobjanidze may have had an opportunity to play the ball to his striker in the center of the pitch, in the center of the 18, if he had not been taken down farther up the field. And what a ball by Miguel Almiron. Great little flick.
Coronel off of his line and collects it. Well done from the referee to obviously not call the foul on the far side of the field and simply just let it unfold. As Coronel was trying to find Forsberg, it was probably about half a yard away from pulling off what would have been sensational distribution.
You're absolutely right. You don't want to whistle that play dead, but I'm sure after the fact you're thinking, well, there went my guy. We could have had a 2-on-3 in that moment. Lobjanidze is still looking for a goal on the season. Plenty of assists to his name, 6 in MLS play, but hasn't scored yet in 2025.
He's starting to find himself a little bit at that right wing back position. He sometimes has been the odd man out in terms of who's going to be starting on the bench and coming on as more of a cameo role, because there's so much talent, and particularly at similar positions for this Atlanta group. You're thinking about Moranchuk, Miguel Almiron, Salvador Lobjanidze. And some good pressure from Atlanta United, giving Red Bulls a little bit of their own medicine. Softer pressure here from Red Bulls. Slish on the turn. Moranchuk. Poor pass, gets it straight to Valencia, who picks out Emil Forsberg. Lose the first challenge from Slish. And then Forsberg switched the point of attack. Had Choupo-Moting let that run through, Cam Harper probably would have been in.
Well, Red Bull's backline is dropping off a little bit because of the way that Atlanta United has found ways through that initial press that Red Bulls has been putting on. But then it's this gigantic gap in this space in the middle of the pitch once they break it. Moranchuk received the ball in the last opportunity to drive forward and then just turned it over. But you can see as Atlanta United are calm under pressure with a little bit of possession, it's forcing Red Bulls to drop off a little bit.
This one sent through for Cam Harper. Choupo-Moting running through. It's Choupo-Moting! It's a second for Red Bulls! And it's that man again!
And the work is done on the outside, and look at the positioning here, just not enough pressure, and a great ball through, just getting on the wrong side of Amador with Harper, who doesn't waste any time. He takes a little look over his shoulder, maybe deflects off the shin, but either way, Choupo-Moting is making sure he's making that run in the right spot at the right time, and a cool, composed finish right past the keeper Guzan. And there you go, 2-0. Completely against the run of play, in my opinion, of what Atlanta United have been doing, but nonetheless, they found a formation that might work. They've gotten players in positions that they feel good about, and now they just haven't been able to capitalize.
And that's going to do it for the first half. Red Bulls off to a rip-roaring start inside of the first 3 minutes. Cam Harper with his 3rd goal this season. So there was a trio of substitutions for Ronnie Dylan and Atlanta United as the second half is officially underway. Noah Cobb, Matty Click, and Brooks Lennon all coming onto the field. So clearly Ronnie Dylan, and it didn't take a genius to figure it out, Kinder, was not thrilled with the defensive effort that his team put in the first 45 minutes. And right off the bat, Red Bulls threatening as Derek Williams needs to clear it away. And we'll work through those substitutions now. Brooks Lennon comes on and replaces Pedro Amador. Noah Cobb comes on and replaces Luis Abram. And then Matty Click comes on and Jake Fortune comes out. So it looks like they're going to stay in this 3-back, but certainly changing up some of the personnel. Taken over by Sleesh.
Have you ever seen that?
I don't know if I've ever seen a goalkeeper that far up on a goal kick, but Moranchuk with a great-looking ball, saved by Cornell. Latelot finally scores, but the onside flag is up on the far side.
And it looked like a header actually from Duncan. It almost looked like an own goal it was going to be, and then Latelot just to follow up, and that's the sense of urgency that they need to capitalize to finish on the rebound.
Stroud on the turn, needs to be careful here, almost coughed it up, instead finds Forsberg. Here's his captain, saved by Guzan. And that could be a big save from the Polar Bears. Atlanta attempted to find their way back into this game. And for now, the 40-year-old keeping it at 2-0. And now this is starting to turn into a bit of a dogfight in the middle of the park. A late shot on Daniel Edelman. Valencia's ball met by Cobb. Duncan engaged in a good battle here with Latelot. Now Click over the top. Attempting to find Latelot. Disrupted by Yengar. They'll stay with Atlanta. We're into the 87th minute, but you have to imagine there's going to be at least 4 or 5 minutes of stoppage time at the minimum. Now Sleesh dragging it forward. Slips it through. Here's Chade and Coronel with another big save.
Well, Sleesh able to strike it from that distance as well, but he opts for the through ball instead. Good chances, though, with that run from Chare.
Moranchuk and Click all over each other, quite literally occupying the same space. Moranchuk will switch the point of attack. Mosquera. Great little feint. Gets Yengar to bite. And he wins a corner. And Mosquera's been having some fun down this left flank.
Looks like they are going to opt for Brooks Lennon here. I thought at first they might do a short, quick one. We'll see. Brooks Lennon's on it.
You might as well. You have the numerical advantage, and there was only one defender out there in Edelman, but instead it is going to be direct delivery from Lennon. Decent looking ball. Latelot won it. Stabbed away by Coronel. Back in from Click and headed away by Nealis. They have never really recovered to be able to find any sort of rhythm tonight. Well cut out by Hack. Now Ayla. He just motions for Serge Goma to make the run towards the corner flag. Edelman brings it down. Goma through the legs of Cobb. Goma goes for goal. Sofo was wondering why that wasn't slid across the deck for him. And that certainly would have been the dagger. Is there a nutmeg challenge in the MLS All-Star game, Kendra? Cobb to the far side for Brooks Lennon. Edwards, tested down by Chade. Matty Click. Now Sleesh. It takes a deflection, and Coronel scrambling to potentially get a touch to it. Instead, it's going to be a corner for Atlanta.
That was like a slow-mo opportunity coming to fruition there, and Sleesh even caught a little bit flat-footed as he tries to strike it with his left. Ends up at the corner.
Outswinger from Brooks Lennon. Won by Nealis. Mosquera.
he did all the work. He made a great little spin move there on the turn. It set up nicely for him, just catches it all wrong.
Well, next up for Red Bulls, they're going to be headed to Austin, which of course is the home of the MLS All-Star Game, as that's going to do it. And New York Red Bulls, for the first time since the end of 2023, have won 3 consecutive games.